In this video, I'm going to share with you the perfect roadmap or the steps that you need to follow to become a successful freelance writer in 2025. And the very first thing that we are going to talk about is the skill. You need to learn the skill or master the skill. When I started freelancing, I knew from the very start that I wanted to do content writing, where I would write the articles or the blogs that you come across when you search anything on Google. So first of all, you have to know the language really well. A lot of people tell that you can start content writing with the knowledge of someone who's studying in class 7, but I highly disagree. Your grammar skills should be right. You should be able to identify what sounds right, what doesn't. You should know how to frame sentences properly. There's so much that goes into it. And if you are not confident with your skills, then I don't think you will be able to sustain as a freelance writer. But the good thing is, even if you are not confident with your skills, and even if your language skill is not the best right now, you can always work on it and develop it, which is why you need to learn the skill. So here are a few things that you need to do to learn the skill and to master writing. First is consume. Consume different kind of content. This can be normal regular books, social media posts, blog posts, ebooks, or even podcasts. Even listening to the language that you are trying to improve helps a lot. Along with consuming content, you should also work on your observation skills. Now, not a lot of people talk about this, but this is extremely important. If you don't have observation skills, you will not be able to catch what is required. If I have to give you a more detailed example, then let's say right now people are not interested in reading long paragraphs. Whenever they see long paragraphs, it overwhelms them. Basically, people's content consumption style has changed a lot. So it is better to divide long paragraphs into shorter paragraphs or 2-3 lines in a paragraph at most. And that's how you should write blogs, social media posts, etc. Now, if your observation skills are not good, you will not be able to identify this, which will be a bottleneck in your journey. And one of the most important things that you need to do is practice writing. If you, let's say, want to write blogs, then practice writing blogs, practice reading blogs. If you want to write ebooks, then practice writing that. If you have people around you who are good with the language that you are writing the blog in, it can be English, it can be any regional language. But if you have somebody around you who you think is better than you or can help you, you can show them your writing and ask them for feedback, and that way you can improve. Now, if you are not confident with your writing skills, you should do this for at least 1 or 2 months or even more. Take as much time as you need till you become confident, because once you become confident, then only you will be able to take on the next step and not make any mistake or make fewer mistakes going forward. So once you have learned the skill, the next step is to choose or not choose your niche. Here's what I did. When I started with freelance writing, I did not choose any niche. I was writing in all the niches that I was getting. So I got a client who wanted me to write travel blogs. So I was doing that. I got a client who wanted me to write about gardening. So I was writing that. So I was exploring different niches and I hadn't really niched down. So you can choose a similar path, but let's say you already have some expertise in an area. You have maybe your education is maybe in that area. Then you can niche down. So some examples of the niches or industries you can choose can be health, wealth or finance, education, business, travel, etc. Once you have decided this, the next thing is to create samples. Now, a lot of people are confused about how they can get a freelance client when they do not have any experience in freelancing. Everyone starts somewhere, and the easiest way to get clients is by having some samples that you can show them. And if you don't understand what samples mean, these are basically examples or a showcase of the kind of writing style you have or the kind of work that you can deliver in terms of writing. So for creating samples, you can take a few topics in one niche or in different niches that you are trying to explore. Let's say I want to write about freelancing. So maybe I'll take a topic like how to become a freelancer in 2025. Or let's say I'm choosing health or fitness. then I can choose a topic like the easiest 20-minute workout for housewives. So you need to decide some of these topics. You can take help of ChatGPT to decide the topic, not to write the content. But if you ask ChatGPT, if you give a prompt like, I want to write some blogs in the fitness niche, give me some topic ideas. So ChatGPT will give you some topic ideas. You can choose from there and start writing on those. And once you have written, let's say, one article, one blog, or maybe a few social media posts, you can either publish all of that on medium.com. You can create an account on medium.com and publish all your work there. Or you can create a Google Drive folder or multiple Google Drive folders for different niches or industries and save samples in Google Docs in those folders. The advantage of creating samples is whenever somebody reaches out to you for work or you reach out to someone to provide your services, you can send them these samples and they can check that out, and based on those they can decide if you are the right fit. Now once you have created your samples, the next thing you need to do is look for clients. The two places that I will recommend are Facebook groups and LinkedIn. Now a lot of people go on to Fiverr and Upwork to find freelance clients and work. I personally have not tried out these platforms, so I will not be able to help you out with that. But you can also take a look at these like Fiverr and Upwork and see if you can figure out these platforms or get clients. But if you ask me, I'll always suggest Facebook groups or LinkedIn because these have worked the best for me. These have worked great for a lot of people I know. And when I started with freelance content writing, I was not there on LinkedIn. So it completely started with Facebook groups. And I landed my first 3-4 clients from Facebook groups. But if you want to know more about how to find clients through different ways, I will link a video up here. You can go and check that out after you have completed watching this video, because over there I have explained many ways with which you can find clients even as a beginner. But whichever way you are going for, I highly recommend building a personal brand, whether that's on Facebook, which is your Facebook profile, or on LinkedIn, because a personal brand helps people who do not know you to trust you and to give you work. Now, once you have landed a client, a very common problem I see is that a lot of people work for them but do not get paid. A lot of people get scammed. They do not get the right kind of clients. So the first thing that I will suggest is whenever you decide to start working with someone, try to create a contract and get it signed by both parties, which means you will also sign it, your client will also sign it. I will leave a contract template in the description. You can check it out and copy it and make changes over there wherever needed, and use a free signing tool like HelloSign, which is also known as Dropbox Sign. This is what I personally use. So you can use this free signing website to add your signature and also send it through the website to your client so that they can also sign it. Once they sign it, you can save that document. That contract will keep you safe. And let's say if you have actually landed a bad client who does not want to pay you, then the person maybe will not even agree with signing a contract. So from there you will know. But let's say you don't want to do all these things, you don't want to create a contract and all that, then what you can do is, let's say your client asks you to write 10 blogs per month, right? So you tell your client that for the first one blog or the first few blogs, I want you to make the payment after I've submitted it, after you've checked it, so that we can build that trust, and then I can do bulk work and you can maybe pay me weekly or monthly, something like that. So that's how you develop trust. That's how you understand whether you are getting the right client or the wrong client. Because if you are impulsive, if you are desperate to get clients and you do not take care of these steps, then the chances are that you will land the wrong clients and get scammed. Also, along with a contract, you also need to send invoices for your work to these clients. You can use Canva. There are many free invoices on Canva that you can use and send invoices for your work to clients, based on which they will send the payment to your bank account. Now, after working with a client for maybe 2 weeks, a month, you need to start collecting testimonials from them. And these testimonials you need to add to your portfolio. If you don't know how to build a portfolio, again, I have a video on that which I'll link above and in the description. You can go and check it out after watching this, and you'll have an idea of how to create a portfolio as a freelance writer. But basically, a portfolio will help you get more clients in the future. And a lot of clients ask for your portfolio whenever you reach out to them, or whenever they are looking for writers, you can email them with your portfolio. But other than that also, when you collect testimonials, you can share those on social media to attract clients. You can create case studies around them and add that to your portfolio or social media, because these kind of posts also help you get inbound clients. Now, the next thing is, along with collecting testimonials, you also need to collect the ROI of your services. ROI means return on investment. And as a social media manager, it is really easy for me to get the ROI. I have the access to the analytics section. I can see the impressions, the engagement, the leads, and everything that's coming in, which I can take screenshots of and add that to my portfolio or share that on social media. But as a freelance writer, you may not have all the access. So what you can do is, let's say you are writing blogs for a client. You can wait a few months after your blog has been uploaded to the website, has gone live. You can wait and see if it's ranking on Google, and then you can take that screenshot and use that as the ROI of your services. You can ask your client to keep you informed or keep a check yourself. Other than that, let's say you are writing social media posts or any other kind of content pieces, then you can ask your client to share the analytics, how many impressions has the post collected, or how many leads has the post brought, and things like that. That's how you understand the ROI of your services, and all these things you can add to your portfolio or share on social media to get more clients. These are basically all the steps that you need to become a successful freelance writer in 2025, and you just need to repeat all these things. You need to keep working on your writing skills, keep consuming good content to improve your writing skills. You have to keep working on your observation skills, so you know what's working in the market, what you need to relearn, what you need to not do anymore. And you need to keep looking for clients on different places, whichever method you choose, whether it's social media or cold email. You have to keep doing that to get more clients. You have to work on your personal brand, so you get inbound leads and people know you for all the good work that you are doing. And you have to develop systems. So let's say you are working with 3-4 clients after a certain stage and you have a lot of work. So you have to have systems in place, proper schedules, proper routines, so that you are meeting deadlines on time and you are delivering proper good work to your clients. And eventually maybe you can even scale, hire other team members, become an editor or start an agency. There's a lot that you can do, but these are the basic steps with which you can become a freelance writer. So I hope this video was useful. If it was, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, also let me know. And even if you do not become a freelance writer, if you improve your writing skills, you can write on Medium and earn from there. And if you want to know more about how to write on Medium, how to start getting paid on that platform, you can go and watch this video. That's it from my end. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.